Well, hello, and welcome back to day 3 of the 12 days and 12 ways how to create calm and stay centered to your magnetic north, regardless of what gets thrown at you during the holiday season, and especially when family and things start getting really, really busy. And I want to talk today about what you're willing to give up, let go, release. We talked about priorities yesterday, and also really looking at just doing the one next thing that is on your list instead of trying to do everything and then making yourself wrong because you should be further along than you think you should be. And I certainly have been going into a lot of that as I sort of get closer to my daughter arriving on Tuesday, and having a ton of work that I want to get finished and beating myself up because I think I should be done by now. So we're going to look at this beautiful act of self-love together and look at what are you ready to just give up for now and focus on one thing, right? Inch by inch is a cinch, yard by yard is always hard. And I love what Eckhart Tolle says, where he says that rather than being your thoughts and your feelings and your emotions, that we can be the awareness behind them. And I think it's really relevant today as we're sort of moving out of this beautiful full moon in Gemini, where communication is in the 4, and this huge, powerful gateway, this portal of the 12-12, and accelerating as we move towards 21-12. In this time of opening up to the new 5D reality in this incredible Stargate. And I think I want to start because I read something beautiful, I think yesterday, by Matt Kahn, who shared a mantra. So let's just start there before I kind of get into the giving up part. But just put your hand on your heart. Take a few deep breaths. Feel your feet on the ground, connecting to the great central core of the earth, to Gaia, to Mother Nature, to the sentient beings, to the oneness and connectedness of all things that we are part of, nature in our true nature, to Mother Moon, to the stars. Just feel your beating heart. Know that you are safe in your body right now. And then repeat this lovely mantra that Matt Kahn shared that says, I allow all strands of crystalline DNA and all my chakras, right? Everything up and down your divine line to be activated now, actualized physically in the present moment, and anchored as your new 0 point field. In the name of the light, by the power of the 5th dimensional unity consciousness that I am now. And so it is. Ashona Eskali, Ashona Eskali, Ashona Eskali. And I always like to add in what would love do here. I am the light I am. I am the light I am. And the sun is streaming in through the windows, supporting us, reminding us we're not alone. And I think that it is really critical right now that, along with taking responsibility and building our own self-love, our own inner sovereignty that I spoke of yesterday as part of self-respect, that you also just tap in, right, in your safety, in your body as your greatest consciousness facilitator, that you can start to bring in more of your own intuitive spidey senses, your own felt sense, your own awareness of what is right now, because it's only through awareness that we can take action on our intent, right, and make it true, make it physically actualize on a very deep cellular level. And after we've acknowledged and experienced the story and the feeling, then we can move into the truth, right? The truth of who you are. We spoke about this a lot yesterday. I went a little longer because it was the 12-12 gateway. So if you haven't listened to that, go back and listen to yesterday's gift, the second gift of presence. And start to really speak and honor your truth, and learn how to firmly link yourself. We spoke about energetic boundaries, of energy management and energy hygiene yesterday. So we're just deepening and accelerating and amplifying this as we move through the next 12 days. But to just always open up, right, to receiving. And what we're going to get into today, that you need to sometimes give up the things that are holding you back or limiting your growth and your expansion in order to make space for the new to come in, so that you can recapture your awareness and notice where you are emotionally overwhelmed or triggered around a feeling or a story, and just come back to that beautiful breath, right? The bee humming breath that I shared on Monday, on day one. And then open yourself up to the multi-sensory being that you are, and notice the colors and the shapes and the felt sense of sounds and smells and touch. Reach out and touch somebody today, because it's always a good time to stay connected, not only to your truth, to your own body, but to the world around you. I've spoken about this a lot, that we have to feel in order to heal, and we can't do that if we're not safely embodied. So this is a prime time for us to look at what we're willing to release, let go, and give up on the waning of the full moon and this incredibly powerful stargate of the 1212 energies, that amplification. And so look at what are you willing to give up. For me, it's the resistance to receive more in every way, especially to love. It is in giving up the judgments and the projections and the expectations that are unrealistic. Remember, we spoke around allowing people to have their own experience, to make their own choices, and to be there to hold them and support them when they ask, but not to give advice, because nobody knows your experience and has lived your story. Only you can do that for yourself. So leaning into the power of choice by giving up judgments and expectations and separations and decisions and judgments that have kept you isolated, that have kept you maybe withdrawn and separate from the very people that you want to connect. I give up this constant nagging doubt, every damn doubt that I've ever had, and lean into trust, complete surrender. I give up attack, whether that is feeling like I need to defend or protect myself against energetic attack, psychic attack, physical attack, especially from my own monkey mind, from my old nervous system and that critter brain that wants to keep me in this place of constant hypervigilance that so many of you have spoken to me about. And what if we could give up arrogance or being a know-it-all, but being full of ourselves and our own truth? I'm also giving up stifling fear, right? The fear of not being, not having, not feeling. And I also give up being way too serious. I think we all take ourselves far too seriously. And what if the only purpose of living right now was to have more joy, to have more peace and ease and grace and flow? What if you give up your inherited intergenerational or familial trauma along your line? What if you cancel, and delete across all time, space, dimension, and reality everything that you have thought you bought as your genetic makeup on your lineage? Yes, even that. May we all be free to give up second guessing that we think we deserve love or respect or to be heard or to be held. What if we give up the fear of judgment, of being disowned, rejected, vilified? All you highly sensitive empaths out there, that have been incarnated and burnt at the stake and persecuted, oftentimes by women. I know we share that line. What if we give all of that up and cancel it, delete it, destroy it, return it to sender with consciousness attached across all time, space, dimension, and reality, and just let that one permeate every cell in your body? What if we could just give up ever feeling like we weren't enough? The fear of being disliked, of feeling significantly reduced to nothing, to small, to lack of deserving. What if we just send that back with love to the earth for recycling, because she knows what to do with it? What if we could just say, thank you for the lessons, the Ho'oponopono, I'm sorry. Thank you, thank you, thank you, but I don't need you anymore. And what if we could be the joke of our own reality and laugh at our silliness, right? Cute, not bright, but brightly shine our light, rise up out of all of this, give up the darkness, give up after we've learned from the shadow parts. And just laugh, because my gosh, we can be pretty funny at times, can't we? And what if we could give up the collective me too of lack, of scarcity, of gross whelmed feelings that come after you compare your insides to somebody else's outsides, of being too fat, too short, too small, too normal, too frizzy, too hungry, too needy, and maybe not as lit up as we think we need to be. You know, what if we could celebrate each other's light rather than going into thinking that in order to shine, someone else loses their own light? What if we could all blaze this beautiful new earth frequency with the love of owning our sovereignty, of shining our light and letting it trickle out across the planet for everybody else to tap into and add their light to the whole? What if we give up allergies and picking our skin, or complaining about our hair or our hormones? I know I've been doing that a lot. What if we give up just one more thing before you rest or sleep or connect? What if you give up that you need to open every email and reply to it, or the need to please, or the need to not listen to your body? What if you give up denying your body good water, hydration, nourishing food, beautiful skin creams? What is your body thirsty for? Would you be willing to give up depriving yourself of the simple pleasures? For together accumulated, they make great change. And would you be willing, to give up looking all the time for more, of working within the exploitive ideologies of capitalism and patriarchy that are fed to us from every direction that we're being bombarded with? And what if you could just do it all for love, to love whatever arises and let that go, to give that up, and just move into more compassion, more allowance? On day 2, we talked all about allowance, and give up the impulse that muting your voice for fear of getting into trouble, for being judged, for the need to strive to do more, to be more, to earn your place, like being on the planet as if needing your fair share means there's not enough to go around. And what is a fair share anyway? What if you could just give up the rightness and the wrongness and the fairness of you, because you're here and we're not giving up our sovereignty. It's time to step into that and expand on that and lead through love by being the light you are. So lovely to see you here, Deirdre and Cara and Karen. And I'm really curious to know, what are you going to give up today so that you can lean more into being the gift that you came here to be? Because can we just give up that nobody wants a half-baked version of you? They want all of you. And would you be willing to be that by giving up every place you think that you can't, all the big fat butts that hold you back from shining your light and giving of your gifts to the people that are looking for you and what only you have to give to the world? So, day 3, what are you willing to give up today? Please write it in the comments if you are enjoying this 12 days of 12 ways to stay calm, to deepen into love. Please share it. Your comments matter to me. I read every single one of them. So let me know. What are you willing to give up today in that space of more self-love? I see you, I honor you, and I love you. Have a good day. Bye.